Okay, I want to show you something. I got this stick I found on the ground yesterday. It's a stick. Check it out. What do you think? Okay, now I'm going to show you something. This is a stick I found on the ground yesterday. It's just a stick, right? What do you think? I'll show you something. This was designed. These are really hard to recognize, and when you, if I could find, here it is. No, here it is. Yeah. When you get an eye for these, then understand that this is not this. It had nothing on it, but it used to have a stone on it, and I could tell. I looked at it and I knew right away. So what I did was I picked one out that probably I think was about right. So it was probably look like this, and it went on like this. See this? It went on like this. Or wait, yeah, like this. See? Like this. And this was, and then it was tied. They would have tied it. It would be wrapped in tweed, and it's very flexible, and this would have been way stronger, and this would have been a weapon. And this right here would have been a dagger, and you could see, if you look close, where this is a cutting edge that was carved. So this was a cutting edge, like the blade cutting edge, and then the blade. This wood is very fragile now, but 8 centuries ago, like 800 years ago, yeah, something like that, it was really strong. And this was a woman. This was a woman's weapon. It wasn't made for battle. It was made for protection, and it certainly could kill someone easily. You could bash their head in with it, and it was made so you could hit them like this, and it was flexible, so you could really whip it, and then you would also stab them. So I'm not into violence. I'm just saying, like, you find weapons up in the hill. I find a lot of other stuff too, and I'm not trying to promote violence or killing or something, but I'm saying that I could tell you about this thing. But this is remarkable. I'm going to show you something. This is not just a regular stick. This is truly a piece of art, and I want to show it to you. Now look at this side and tell me what you see. Do you see a stick? This is a piece of art. And if you look closely now, I'm going to show you. Does it look like it? Just try to see something there. Try to see something that you wouldn't see normally, that you'd say, like, I don't see it. What do you see? Anything? I'm going to show you something. See, someone made this as an absolute piece of art, and in fact, they communicated a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here's where you hold it. This is where the handle is, and it would have been tied, and I want to show you something. Do you see the bird? Right here, the bird. I'm going to show you the bird. This is the bird's eye. See the eye? And the bird's beak. And it's kind of broken. Understand, this is the bird's neck. And you can see the bird's looking up. Okay? You see the bird, it looks like it's sitting on this, like this bird. See the back of the bird? This is the tail of the bird. Do you see the feathers? Tail of the bird. So when you look at it, do you see this bird is sitting on the stick? Like this bird is just perched on the stick? No, it's not. It's not perched on a stick. I want to show you something remarkable. Someone really put a lot of wow into this. Okay, so do you see now? I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to show you something. This right here is a piece of art. Beautiful art. Beautiful. Impressive. Look, this bird, see the back of the tail? This is the tail of the bird. This is the whole bird. And see the bird? Do you see the eye? Do you see the beak? This is probably, it's many centuries old. It could be 800, 1200, I don't know. But it's centuries old. Okay, so, but this is remarkable. Do you see, this is not a stick that this bird is on. It's not perched on a stick. It is in flight with a big snake. This whole long stick is a snake. And the bird has, look at the bird is in flight. Do you see the bird's wing? This is showing it's in flight. Someone made this bird to be in flight with this snake that's way too big for it. So it's struggling to fly. Do you see that? Okay, now look, I'm going to show you something. Do you see how the talons are got the snake by the neck? I'm going to show you the snake. The snake is trying to bite the bird. Watch this. Do you see the snake? I'm going to put my finger in the snake's mouth. Do you see that snake's mouth? Look at it. It is utterly trying. Look at it. Its mouth is wide open. It's trying to bite. Look. You could see the mouth of the snake is attempting to try and turn. See it? It's trying to turn. Look at it. The bird has the snake by the neck. It's in flight. And it's trying to climb. The snake is too heavy for it. Whoever made this wanted you to absolutely be able to interpret this and understand this thing is a bird in flight with a snake, which is absolutely, look at it. It's absolutely trying to bite. And so basically the bird's having struggle to try to get it up. Now, when you put the thing on it, the stone, now I want you to look. The snake's mouth holds the stone. Do you see the snake's mouth? It holds the stone, and then the other end goes between the bird and its wing. So then you would tie this down. It would be tied, wrapped, and you'd see all this like wrappage around here. And so this is a dagger weapon. It was made to not to. This is not a battle weapon. This is a woman's weapon that was absolutely capable of killing anybody, with not too much effort. I mean, it was you could whip this thing and then you could stab them, and this thing would have been bigger and stronger. And so this was made to bap and then bap. And ultimately, it was not made to fight with, though. It was not made to fight with. She made it for art. She made it pretty with the bird and the snake. Understand that snake's too big, that bird's struggling to lift it up. And understand this was not made to go to battle with. It was made for protection. And the woman carried it around with her and hoped she'd never have to use it. She ultimately carried it around with her. This is a dainty weapon. And understand, it was perfectly capable of killing someone. And plus, it's art. It's utterly artwork. Look at it. Now look at it. Do you see the snake is biting the stone? And do you see the bird is also, this is the bird. This is the snake. Look at its mouth. Do you see that? This was a stick on the ground I found. Look at that snake. Look at how it's got it by the neck. It's got it by the neck. It's got it right the perfect spot where that snake is trying to turn. Look at it. It's trying to turn. Look at the snake's anger. Look at the mouth. Look at that. It is unbelievable. And understand, this has been sitting on the ground for centuries. And understand, centuries. Maybe 800,000 years. It's unbelievable that this is a stick on the ground that's been sitting there. Understand, when King Henry VIII was king of England, this stick was laying on the ground in the spot I picked it up. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable this stick has been laying on the ground since King Henry VIII was king of England. When he was going around being King Henry, this stick was sitting in the exact spot I picked it up in 500 years later. And it might have been older than King Henry. Certainly could have been twice as old, 3 times. So it's unbelievable. This is absolutely a piece of art. Look at it. It's a piece of art. It's exquisite. I say it's extraordinary. It's spectacular. It's awesome. It's an artifact. It's a piece of art. It's a woman's protection. And it is not made to go to battle with. It is made to use in an emergency and then do what it does. It's deadly. Utterly deadly. Artwork. Awesome artwork. Someone put a lot of work into this stick. Someone spent weeks on this thing. Weeks. And understand, sitting in the ground all this time, what you're seeing is it's almost destroyed. The fact that we can even recognize it at all is unbelievable. Now understand, if you didn't see anything here, if you didn't see a snake or a bird, you have to learn to look. And certainly I'll bet that a lot of you can totally see it. And understand, the fact that we could even make it out is extraordinary. Because understand, this does not look anything like it did when it was new. Or it was much bigger. This thing shrunk, shriveled up, and dried out. It's totally lost all its detail. The fact that we can see, look at all the detail in it. Look at that snake's mouth. Look at the anger of the snake. Look at how it's twisted. Yeah, it's unbelievable. This is an artifact. I consider it an artifact. It's just a stick I found yesterday on the ground. Wow.